my name is Johnny. Welcome to Torklift Central Fleet. Today we want to go over a Chevy Express van, 135-inch wheelbase, all the stuff that we put inside on the top. We'll go step by step. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to start from the front. So this is the center console that goes right in between the two seats. This is made by Weather Guard, so we attach this in front of the headache rack, and you have all kinds of storage and ability inside here. And it is secured, so there is a locking latch in here, so that way you can actually have some level of security. And then we've also got obviously some can holders, some paper holders, stuff like that up front here. Main cargo area has a bulkhead separator partition. We've got a file holder. This is also so these two pieces are from Holman, and so is a bunch of the other racking that's inside. This is what Weather Guard calls their wrap pack box, and this is mounted on with one of our own custom plates, just because we ended up coming into a spot where it's coming into the threshold, and we wanted to make sure that there was plenty of support there. But yeah, these ones as well will have their own, all their own drawers. They have their own latches and dividers as well. So again, this one is made by Weather Guard, and it gives you a huge ability to store any extra components in there. We've got a 3,000 watt inverter that's powered through an auxiliary battery. You kind of see in there. This is a mounted battery box that holds a Group 24 battery to actually pull from here. This gets charged from the battery on the van itself. It is separated by an isolator back here, and then we've got a 250 amp breaker for the inverter itself. And then what we've also done is we've attached on a small winch plug for 80 amp power at the back that we'll show you guys a little bit later. But all that is mounted to, again, one of our custom plates on the side of this Holman rack. So that way it's very easy to get to, very easy to see. And then should you have anything trip, you have quick access. So you got 4 outlets here. Most guys will use this for charging their cordless tools, cordless batteries, things like that. So that way, while they're on the go, it can be sitting up here, and things are charging as they're going down the road. As we come into the back here, now we'll see the rest of what's going on back here. So these are the 42-inch shelves that we use for the 135-inch wheelbase. We can get any configuration that we need. You see there's open space with some divider bins. There's doors. You see on the forward one at the top, same door as what's here. This just gives you a nice cabinet, right? Gives you plenty of space inside here. This is also lockable. And then you have, you can get such drawers, right? All set for these ones at 42 inches wide. There's 2 here. You've got these dividers that will come up here again for just easier partitioning of some larger items, accessory items like J-hooks, for just being able to hang extension cords or cables. There's also these other configurations of smaller drawers as well that take this 42 inch and they divide it in half, and they have options like a 2-drawer setup, right, which are these 2, and then a 3-drawer setup, which we have 2 of these in this configuration, as well as a series of other bins with plenty of dividers. And what's unique about these is that at this rear, we actually have fabricated a custom piece that will allow 3 different main components for this setup, one of which is going to be a crane, and we can show you one of those. Holman also makes a bottle holder for HVAC that will already mount into these holes. There's also a heavy-duty spool holder for the electrician setup that will actually mount back here at this plate as well. So we have all of those accommodated for, and then this power that we referred to earlier, that 80 amp service from the inverter, also gives us directly from that battery power for the crane back here. It can actually lift, it's like 700 pounds. The benefit here in this plate on the back is that if they have an electrician van or set up as an electrician van, and they say, you know what, I need to switch and I need to move to a plumbing van, we can pull the heavy-duty spool holder out for the electrician van, and the crane will be able to bolt right in super quick. It'll take a couple of minutes, and now the configuration is that much better for the next guy who's doing it. This one we have a standard rack for, again, this one is specifically for plumbing. And so they'll use this primarily for ladders, where this rear bar will actually roll. And then you've got 4 other cross members for laying stuff on top of. Okay, so we're going to work our way around back, and we're going to show you at least what one of the cranes looks like. So this is the crane setup, and you can see we have the same anchor plate here at the rear, and these 4 bolts are what are holding the crane down. And then if I just loosen this, turn that, you can actually see how the winch plug, the benefit of having that the 6-gauge winch plug out back here is meant for power on the crane itself. So long as that switch is kicked on, they have full use of the crane. You actually hoist stuff out from outside of the van, hoist it in for those jobs that are just quite a bit heavier than we're ready for. Now obviously these vans hold a tremendous amount of valuable equipment, and so what we install is a product called a slick lock, and that's what this bracket is right here. So here we have what's called a hidden shackle lock by Slick Locks. So the shackle for this is right there. So once you have the key inserted, shackle pulls out, you slide this over the metal tab right here, and that's where the shackle is going to go. So that'll slide in, shackle goes in. As long as I get it lined up, turn your key, and now the door can't open. You can also have one on the rear, which we did install, has a very similar setup. That same shackle lock will come with the back and make sure that you have security at the back of the van as well.